Good morning, guys. Welcome to Poetry Corner for Friday. Thank you for joining me. Now we're going back to Charlotte Edwards' love story, the day I met him. This is chapter 9 now, and it's called A Return and an Unspoken Word. So Edward returns, but not without shadow, not without longing, and not without truth. Neither of them yet dares to speak. So let's get over there and eavesdrop on their loving relationship and see what is happening. So here we go, guys. This is Sean Edwards' love story, chapter 9. And remember, guys, this is a story seen through the eyes of Charlotte and her thoughts and emotions. So let's go over there and see what's happening to Charlotte. The summer sun had mellowed to a warm amber gentleness when word reached the village that Mr. Everley had returned. Not through a formal announcement, nor letter, nor the respectable current of society, but by the humblest messenger, a butcher's boy, who breathlessly informed Mrs. Darby at the post office, who whispered it to Mrs. Langley, who could no more keep news to herself than the window's perfume, a veritable maritess. By afternoon, the village lived on little else but Mr. Everley's return. I heard it not through gossip, but the simple shift of the world around me. Hope has its own quiet sense. Even before any tongue formed the words, my heart stirred, as though it remembered a voice before the ear could have heard it. He was home, yet he did not immediately call. I reminded myself he must have reasons, family duties, matters pressing and delicate. I reminded myself that anticipation is a test, by which affection proves its sincerity. But even so, when 2 days passed in silence, doubt crept softly as doubt always does. Had London altered him? Had absence weakened what distance had strengthened? Had I mistaken tenderness for courtesy and fondness for fleeting sentiment? Faith steadied me, but faith does not forbid longing, it teaches only to temper it. On the third morning I walked to the churchyard, seeking quiet amongst its old stones and gentle yew trees. Peace dwells most readily where eternity is spoken of, rather than fashionable opinions. I sat on a worn bench beneath an arch of climbing roses, my Bible in hand, but my thoughts turned elsewhere. Footsteps sounded on the gravel. I looked up. Edward stood before me. He was altered, but not in the way I had feared. His face bore the marks of worry endured and not yet fully put aside. His eyes shadowed by burden, posture held a gravity I had not seen before, yet there was a new strength too, a steadiness earned rather than inherited. For a moment neither of us spoke. Words so often feel insufficient when hearts have spoken first. At last he bowed, though his voice when he addressed me was low and unguarded. Miss Harcourt, I hope I might find you here. I'm glad you did, Mr. Everley. It was a simple reply, yet my voice trembled more truth than I wished. He sat beside me, leaving a respectable distance, though not so much that the absence felt colder than propriety required. The roses above us shifted in a summer breeze, petals stirring like soft sighs. I owe you an apology, he began, for my delay. I found myself uncertain how to appear before you, how to speak, where letters have spoken so freely. I lowered my gaze. Sometimes sincerity feels easier at a distance. Yes, he answered. It was soft and almost grateful, and yet distance can also conceal what presence makes plain. Silence followed, not empty but heavy with meaning, neither dared disturb too abruptly. He turned to me then, and there was earnest in his eyes that made my breath catch. Miss Harcourt, Charlotte, I have returned, changed, though not in affection. That has not waned. His voice gentled. If anything, it has deepened beyond understanding. My heart beat swiftly. I feared he might hear it, like a servant betraying a secret. And yet, he continued, duty still weighed upon me. I must resolve matters before I may speak with full clarity. But I ask you, he paused, searching for the right, honourable phrase, do not doubt me, even if I must ask for your patience once more. I met his gaze, and whatever shyness possessed yielded to something steadier, not boldness, but truth. I have not doubted you, I said softly, only the fragile hopes of my own heart. A faint exhale escaped him, half relief and half sorrow, as though gratitude and ache came hand in hand. Your heart, he murmured, has shown far more courage than mine. We sat then, not touching, yet nearer in spirit than we'd ever been. Words seemed suddenly unnecessary. The church bells rang somewhere in the distance, solemn, warm, and a feeling rose in me. Not joy, precisely, but a quiet conviction. Some chapters of love begin with patience, not promise. Some vows are made long before they are spoken aloud. Before he left, he stood up and bowed again, but his voice held something almost tender. I shall see you again soon, properly. I shall be here, I replied, more surely than I felt. He walked away, and though he did not look back, I sensed with a certainty beyond reason that he wished to. When he disappeared from view, I closed my eyes, breathed deeply, and whispered, not a plea, but gratitude. For longing does not weaken love, it purifies it. So there you go, guys. I think we all know that, don't we? You know, when we write to someone long love letters and pour out our heart, when we finally meet them, we feel we don't know how to act because we've already spoken words of love. And then we're meeting for the first time. I remember I used to write to my lovely wife Carmen long love letters, and we used to exchange letters. And when you meet them for the first time, you don't know how to act, do you, like Edward? So there you go, guys. It's a lovely story. Join me tomorrow for chapter 10, A House Full of Secrets, when Charlotte learns what burdens Edward carries and the way his return is shadowed as much by sorrow as by hope. So chapter 10 tomorrow, guys, of Edward and Charlotte's love story. It's good to see Edward's back and their love can resume, but there's sorrow involved, I feel. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that. We're going to Topsy Tickle Town tonight, guys. Topsy Tickle for chapter 55. The night the stars came down for tea. It's going to be a celestial chaos with biscuits and gossip, a real Marites story, no doubt. But so there you go, guys. So it's chapter 55 of Topsy Tickle Town. Then we're going back to Charlotte Edwards' love story on Saturday morning. So join me tonight, guys, Friday evening for Topsy Tickle Town. The night the stars came down for tea. Until then, have a very lovely Friday. Friday is a gateway to the weekend, so yippoo! There we go, guys. See you with the weekend. You've got a blessed sunshiny day, thank you, Lord. And I can get out in the garden and do a bit of gardening, feed the dogs and have some breakfast. So it's a lovely day so far. We thank you, Lord, for every little bit we got. We thank God with gratitude for our lovely weather, the sunshine, the rain even. And we thank him for our pets, our little dogs, Toffee and Snowy. And thank you. We also thank him for our giving us a lovely spouse. I have my lovely Carmen, and we thank him for that with gratitude. So there you go, guys. It's a thankful day. Join me tonight for Topsy Tickle Town, and I hope you enjoyed the Charlotte and Edwards love story. Join me for more Saturday morning, Sabado. So there you go, guys. Until then, have a very lovely day, and thank you for joining me in Poetry Corner. Bye bye now. God bless us all.